Hey everyone, welcome to the results video of the Mini Swinging Ship Contest. In this contest, other players had to either create their own swinging ship using techniques like shoestringing, or they had to just plop down the base game swinging ship and decorate it as nicely as possible. Now we got 16 entries for this mini contest. In this video I will show all of them. And I will start with the one that got the lowest score, and I'll finish by announcing who's the winner of this round. Okay, in last place we have the entry from 73. 73 used the base game swinging ship, which you can see over here, of course. He painted it in the same colors as the rest of the map. You can see lots of walkways here for the guest, and he used some unusual objects for paths for the guests. You can see these triangles used here, and pointy roofs being used here as well. Not really sure if that's the greatest material to let guests walk on. Might be better to use something which looks more like a path. But yeah, it's your usual 73 style, which you see here. Okay, next entry is from the Cloud QC. And the Cloud QC made a little cutout of a park. And I believe this this ride is called the Great Voyage. I believe this coaster is called Egypt's Revenge. Now I actually quite like how this ride here is situated and decorated. I think this looks really nice with these little gardens here. Also with the statue, the little queue around it. I think this doesn't look half bad. Now of course in this contest the players were not actually allowed to have another or a functioning other rides in the park. So that's why you only see a cutout of this coaster. But I think it looks pretty nice. Okay, next up is the entry from BE Player. And BE Player created this little mountainscape. And then in front of the mountain, in this little section, there's this little Asian swinging ship, or Asian style swinging ship. You can see some of these pagoda buildings surrounding it. This is your typical swinging ship as I showed in a tutorial before. I think it actually looks pretty nice. I quite like how it's decorated. I do wish the area around it maybe also had a little bit more detailed decoration. Now this part is mostly just there, while this part is actually pretty nice. This is probably something you'll also want to avoid. I mean, it does look quite nice with the ground texture here on top, but of course this whole wall section here, I think it looks a little bit weird. But yeah, overall I do quite like this little section here. Okay, the next entry is from Rufus. Now Rufus gave all these guests salmon colored pants and shirts, so it looks like they're not actually wearing any shirts. And this entry also looks somewhat like a love swing, maybe. That's actually also what the ride is called. I think that's really funny. You can also see this big heart here in the background. Now, while this is a really funny entry, it is a little bit low effort, especially these fences, for example, here. I don't think they really make sense. But yeah, I do think it's really funny to see the guests walking around here naked. Also, these decorations are also pretty nice. Okay, next entry is from TollJK26. And TollJK26 made this swinging ship here, which was called King's Landing. It's surrounded by this little castle. I think the castle also looks pretty nice. For example, this statue here just looks pretty nice here in between. Also a little covered queue. Also some nice surroundings. Not really sure what this is. Maybe this is snow that's melting. I'm not really sure myself. Maybe it's the foam from the sea. I'm not too sure what it is. But yeah, I do think the landscaping here does look pretty nice. You can also see from this side, looks like there's also some cannonballs here and some cannons. And a knight walking around. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice entry. Once again, I do think it would have been nice if there was a little bit more detail also in the other areas of the park. Okay, next entry is from Brutal Seed. And Brutal Seed, I believe the story said something that this entry or the landscaping was sort of inspired by the game Doom. Yeah, lots of lava here. I think these buildings look pretty nice. You can see some signs here with some ominous text. And of course, here's the big swinging ship with a huge support structure around it. Personally, I do think the support structure maybe is a little bit overdone. Looks like a lot of support for this one ride. But I do quite like how it's really the center of attention in this park. Okay, next up is the entry from Wes. Now, Wes did get a small penalty because he actually included a second functioning ride, which was not allowed for this mini contest. Now, I do really like the way his park looks. Yeah, it looks quite... it kind of looks like an old American fair, maybe. I quite like how it's surrounded by these fences, also the dirt here. I think it looks pretty nice. Quite a bit of variation here in the ground texture. I think that looks really cool. So with these two little carousels, although functioning rides weren't allowed, so that's also a bit of a bummer that I had to give Wes a penalty for that. Now here you can see the swinging ship. I think it also looks pretty nice. I quite like how Wes did the support. Also there's this spinning section here in the middle. Yeah, all in all, I do think it looks really pretty. Okay, the next entry is from Max Arceus. Now, Max Arceus made this little beach section. This is a classic, which you can see in quite a few entries nowadays, or some entries at least. There's these geysers in the water to make it look like waves in the sea. That's really cool. And here we can see a little swinging ship. Now, this swinging ship actually consists of a canoe, so there's only 2 guests riding it, and for some reason they're also paddling over here like crazy. But yeah, Max said he didn't have much time. It does look a little bit rushed, I think, especially the ride, but I do really like how it's decorated. I think the foliage here looks really nice. Also, this building, I think it also looks great. So yeah, nice job from Max. Okay, the next one is from TechnoKiwi91. Now, he made this beautiful ship here. Now, there's also some sort of swinging ship going around on it. You can see guests getting in the ship, inside the main structure here. And basically just a set of coaster or a coaster train that moves backwards and forwards here. Now, this isn't really your traditional swinging ship, as there's no arm which it's connected to, swinging it back and forth. So yeah, I guess this is just a more bit of a liberal take on a swinging ship. I guess he took a little bit more creative freedom, which is fine. Now, I do think the map looks really pretty. I really like the way this pier looks, and yeah, this ship itself, it looks fantastic. Really nicely done. Okay, next entry is from NFE, and NFE made this swinging ship here, this diagonal swinging ship. Now, I think the landscaping in this entry looks really great. I really like how NFE did all the rock work here and the landscaping. Also, the foliage really nicely done. It's nice and lush and tropical. But yeah, I do think the support structure is probably a little bit on the bulky side. It really looks huge. So over here we have these beams sticking out in the same direction as the boat, and then there's this huge overarching structure. Yeah, I think this wooden structure actually wouldn't have been necessary with the stuff that's already here. But yeah, I do think the landscaping, everything here looks great. And once again, the swinging ship in this entry is just a beautiful center of attention. The next entry is from Sex Butler, and Sex Butler created this looping swinging ship here in the middle. I believe it's a looping swinging ship. Yeah, there it goes. Now I checked underground. It's actually quite a nice shoestring that I did. So yeah, that's nicely done. Now I don't think I've ever seen anybody use these heavenly baths scenery objects so much in one entry. And I think Sex Butler did a great job at making it look great. I actually really like the way these temples are done, also with these statues. Also all the water here, which the guests are walking through. And yeah, I also really like the foliage. All these lily pads and the moss. Even some of these geysers. Yeah, it's just a really beautiful entry to watch. The next entry is from Lurker. Now, Lurker actually used the standard swinging ship, and I just love the way he plays it here. Now, as usual, super nice foliage here with a little town. So nicely done, a lighthouse. And I just love this little dock here with the swinging ship. I mean, these arms here, they just fit so nicely in this location with the ship swinging yeah, over the water here. Yeah, that's just beautifully done. I love how it sits here in this on this little pier. Also, yeah, the rest of the entry is also just really cozy. I love this little statue here in the middle. You can see a guy here fishing on the water. Even some of these green squares going around underwater to make it look like there's fishes swimming around. And of course, there's ducks. But yeah, I think this is just a great cozy entry from Lurker. Another neat trick here in using the front vehicle of an airpowered vertical coaster to make these little awnings. Yeah, it's a wonderful entry from Lurker. Okay, next entry is from Manticore. Manticore works at Efteling. So he decided to recreate the swinging ship from Efteling. So this is half a man. Now, I think the support structure for it that Manticore created looks great. Yeah, it looks like it also houses a lot of guests in the swinging ship. So that's nicely done. I also quite like how he did the front and the end of the ship. He used these water coaster boats for that. Now, it does glitch a little bit, but I do think it makes for a nice ship structure. It makes the ends more pointy. Now, the surroundings also look great. Some really nice foliage here, also on top of the water. And yeah, just some great scenery around the ride as well. I think Manticore did an incredible job here. Okay, next up is the entry from In Error Predicting a Fault. And he recreated a very old ride. Yeah, this is called the Steam Yachts. This ride was called the Lynx Steam Yachts. I believe their ride is actually still operating somewhere in the story In Error Predicting a Fault linked to a website where you could see this ride. Now this entry is just really nicely decorated. He made this really nice text here on the side of the entry. These are actually all 3D signs with text. Yeah, this must have taken quite a while to create all these texts here. Yeah, that's very nicely done. I also love the surroundings of the ride. It looks like lots of canoes over here. It looks like suspended from chains. Not even sure what kind of scenery was used to create all of this, but yeah, it looks wonderful. Yeah, this is not your traditional swinging ship. I believe this is a really old version of a ride like that. There's two of these arms swing in opposite directions, and guests actually sit in these covered vehicles. But yeah, it looks wonderful, also with all these cog wheels and this oil derrick in the middle. Lots of steam, as this is a steam-powered ride. Yeah, this is just a beautiful entry to see. Wonderful work. Alright, there's just two more entries remaining. I will first show both of them, and after that I will reveal which one is the winner of this round. Alright, this entry is from 30. 30 made these really cool interacting swinging ships here. So yeah, it's actually two pirate ships here. And guests can enter from this ride they can enter from this pier, and this one they can enter from the pier over here, looks like. But yeah, I think these ships look really cool. Also love some of the details, like this guy swabbing the deck. Also some pirates, of course, dancing around. I also really like how 30 made this structure here in the middle. These are actually hardline twister coaster vehicles, which have been turned upside down. I think that's a really cool way to make this beam here in the middle. And the structures here are also connected. But yeah, I think these rides are really fun to watch, but the surroundings are also amazing. I love these buildings here. It actually looks like he did sort of a half diagonal structure here. That's also incredibly well done. Now also lots of fun little scenes around the park. That's also always a good way to get a bit of a higher score from the voters. It always looks nice to have some interesting stuff, some little eye catchers here and there, or just some nice little details. Yeah, I think 30 did an incredible job here. Wonderful entry. By the way, if I'm going through these entries too fast, you can all download them from my Discord server. You can find a link in the video description. And Discord is completely free. Anyway, this is the entry from Bam the Bomb. And Bam the Bomb made this beautiful ship here. I love the ship structure that he made. It just looks so wonderful with these big masts. Also this Dutch flag here, also with the orange vane. The ship does look like it has seen some better times. It looks like it has crashed right down the middle. Here's also a neat little detail, by the way, all these black waves around the park. But yeah, what I thought was really funny about this swinging ship is that it's actually part a coaster vehicle and part shark. Kind of like a ship that's being chased by a shark. I think that's just really funny. There's also other funny little scenes. You can sometimes see a shark poke its head out of this little hole here. Not really sure if... there it is again. And some more sharks swimming around here. But yeah, also some foliage here, also beautifully done. Yeah, I think Bam the Bomb just did a really great job with this entry. I think it looks really nice. Alright, now it's time to reveal which one of these last two entries is the winner of this round. Is it this half-sunk swinging ship from Bam the Bomb? Or is it the dueling swinging ships from 30? And the winner of the mini swinging ship contest is... 30! Now these last two entries were both amazing. Of course only one can be the winner. And 30, I think he quite clearly deserved the win. He got quite a higher score than Bam the Bomb. But both of these last two entries were amazing. Now, we had many fun rides, fun swinging ships in this contest. So I want to thank everybody who joined. We'll start a new contest pretty soon, and there's usually one or more contests going on my Discord server. So if you want to join any of these contests, just become a member on my Discord server. It's completely free. Then you can start doing these contests as well. These contests are for players from all skill levels, as you could also see in this video. And I think it's a really fun way to start playing this game without getting bored of continuously repeating the same scenarios. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed watching these entries, please like this video. It would really help out my channel. I would love to hear in the comments which one of these entries is your favorite. And if you want to see more of these videos, you can always subscribe. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.